Good morning, ma'am. This is our report, which is the sociological criticism. Sociological criticism is an approach to analyzing literature and other forms of cultural production that examines how a work reflects or enforces or critiques the social structures, relationships, and dynamics within a society in which it was created. This type of criticism focuses on the ways in which literature represents issues such as class, race, gender, power, economics, and ideology. Sociological critics explore how societal influences shape individual character, their actions, and how literature serves as both a mirror of society and a potential tool for social change. So, sociological criticism, it is a literary analysis approach that examines how social factors, structures, and relationships shape literary works, such as analyzing social context and cultural background, examining power dynamics, such as class, gender, race, and sexuality, investigating institutional influences such as family, education, and religion, studying representation of social groups and identities, understanding literature's role in shaping the societal criticism.
Good day, everyone. For the continuation of our report, my topic is all about the theories under the sociological criticism. And the first theorist is Karl Marx. Marxist criticism is a key branch of sociological criticism, focuses on the ways in which literature reflects and critiques the capitalist economic system. Marx's sociological theory is based on the economic analysis of the capitalist societies, which he believed were structured by the ruling class structures. Next is Antonio Gramsci. Gramsci's ideas about cultural hegemony are central to understanding how dominant social groups maintain control through culture, which can be explored through the literature. Gramsci's influential concept of hegemony describes how the ruling class ideas become the norms in society through consistent exposure. The last theorist who supported the sociological criticism is Pierre Bourdieu. Bourdieu's concept of cultural capital explores how power and social class influence the access through cultural goods, including literature, and the ways in which these goods reinforce social stratification. Bourdieu is a sociological analysis emphasizing the importance of the practices in the social growth. He believed that the social dominant and cultural reproduction were primarily focused in the body know-how and competent practices in society. Here is some example of written literature under sociological criticism. First, Charles Dickens' Hard Time in 1854. This novel critiques the Industrial Revolution and the social inequalities that arose as a result. A sociological reading would examine how Dickens portrayed the dehumanizing effect of industrial capitalism and the rigid class system and the exploitation of wages. Social criticism by Dickens' Hard Times exposes how people were turned into a machine. Dickens effectively uses caricature in writing the education system at that time. There are also elements of exaggeration, repetition, and allusion to emphasize the mockery against utilitarianism.
Yun na.
Next, Toni Morrison's Beloved in 1987. A sociological reading of Beloved would focus on the legacy of slavery, racial oppression, and the psychological Next, Toni Morrison's Beloved in 1987, a sociological reading of Beloved with focus on the legacy of slavery, racial oppression, and the psychological scars left on both individual and society. It would explore how the character identities are shaped by their historical and social context. So the novel of Toni is depict the psychological scars of the slavery and how it fractures the human mind. Morrison gives the psychological effect of slavery a physical embodiment in the character Beloved, who represent the split identities of the main character, Seth and Denver. Next is Animal Farm. Animal Farm is a political fable by George Orwell that was completed in 1944 and published in 1945. The novel is an allegory for the Russian Revolution of 1917 and the betrayal of its supporters by Joseph Stalin. It tells the story of a group of animals who overthrow their human masters and establish an egalitarian society. It is also a careful critique of capitalism, communism, Marxism, revolutions, and the nature of the life and work, the abuse of unchecked power, and the corresponding loss of personal freedoms at the altar of group demands. A theme is an idea that runs throughout the text. In Animal Farm, the themes of class, equality, and inequality in the power and control.
Good day, ma'am. I'm PGB Pasente and I'm reporting the part of this film, The Color of Fear. The Color of Fear is a 1994 documentary film that is often used as sociology courses to discuss race, prejudice, and discrimination. The film. The documentary follows 8 men of different ethnicities as they discuss their experiences with racism and discrimination. The film is directed by Lee Min-hwa, that features 2 Hispanic men, 2 African American men, 2 Asian American men, and 2 white men. The men share their experiences with discrimination, and the film focuses on David Christensen as a white man who is unwilling to accept that the other men experience discrimination. David minimizes the other men's experiences, telling them that racism is no longer a problem and that they are seeing something that is not there. So, The Color of Fear is a powerful and thought-provoking documentary that explores the complex issue of racism and fear in America. Released in 1994, the film features a group of American men engaging in an open and honest dialogue about their experiences with racism, prejudice, and internalized racism. The film uses a unique format, where the men are gathered in a room and encouraged to share their personal stories and perspective on race. This creates a raw and intimate atmosphere, allowing viewers to gain deeper understanding of emotional and psychological impact of racism. The Color of Fear is a valuable resource for anyone seeking to learn more about realities and racism in America. It's a film that challenges viewers to confront their own biases and prejudice, and to think critically about the ways in which race affects our society. That's all to my report. Thank you.